Grimm's Fairy Tale by Eric Blair, illustrated by Todd Uren. About the Brothers Grimm. To help a friend, brothers Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm began collecting old stories told in their home country of Germany. Events in their lives would take the brothers away from their project, but they never forgot about it. Several years later, the Grimms published their first books of fairy tales. The stories they collected still are enjoyed by children and adults today. Once upon a time, there was a poor fisherman. He lived with his wife in a tiny hut by the sea. Each day, the fisherman went down to the sea and cast his line into the water. One day, the fisherman caught a big fish. "Please let me go," the fish said. "I'm not a real fish. I'm really a prince under a magic spell. I wouldn't taste very good." "I'd let a talking fish go anyway," the surprised fisherman said. He let the fish swim away. That night, the fisherman went home to his wife. He told her the story of the talking fish. "Did you make a wish?" she asked. The fisherman shook his head no. "Such a fish could give you anything you want," his wife said. "Why not ask for a nice place for us to live?" The fisherman went down to the water and called, "Fishy, fishy in the sea." When the fish swam up, it asked, "What do you want?" The fisherman said, "My good wife says I should wish for something because I let you go. She wants a nicer place to live." "Go home," said the fish. "She already has it." The fisherman found his wife in a cottage with a living room, bedroom, and kitchen. "Are you happy now?" he asked. "Let me think about it," was all she would say. A few days later, the fisherman's wife said, "This house and yard are very small. It would be nice to live in a castle. Go to the fish and make another wish." The fisherman thought it was wrong to make another wish, but he did as his wife ordered. The fisherman called the fish. The fish swam up and asked, "What do you want?" The fisherman answered, "My good wife wants to live in a castle." "Go home," said the fish. "She already has it." The fisherman found his wife in a beautiful castle. Fine china and food covered golden tables. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceilings and carpets covered the floors. Behind the castle was a garden with flowers, trees, and wild animals. "Are you happy now?" asked the fisherman. "Let me think about it," his wife said. The next morning, the wife asked, "Wouldn't you like to be king?" The fisherman shook his head no. "Tell the fish I want to be queen," his wife said. Even though he thought it was wrong, the fisherman went to the water and cried, "Fishy, fishy in the sea." The fish asked, "What do you want?" fisherman answered, "My good wife wants to be queen." "Go home," said the fish. "She's already the queen." The fisherman went home and found a palace with soldiers, drums, and trumpets. He saw his wife wearing a gold crown and sitting on a throne. "Tell the fish I want to be the empress," the wife said. "That's impossible," said the fisherman. "There's only one empress." "Tell the fish," his wife ordered. Even though he knew it was wrong, the fisherman went to the water and cried, "Fishy, fishy in the sea." The fish asked, "What do you want?" The fisherman answered, "My good wife wants to be the empress." "Go home," said the fish. "She's already the empress." The fisherman found his wife in an even larger, fancier palace. She sat on a golden throne and wore a crown of gold and rubies. "How does it feel to be the empress?" he asked. "Go back to the fish and tell him I want to be like God," his wife said. "But, my dear wife," said the fisherman, "there's only one God." His wife would only say, "Go down and talk to the fish." There was a terrible storm, but the fisherman went down to the sea. Even though he knew it was wrong, he called to the fish. The fish asked, "What do you want?" The wind blew, the lightning flashed, and the thunder crashed. The fisherman answered, "My good wife wants to be like God." "Go home," said the fish. "Your wife asks for too much. Now she's back in the hut by the sea." The fisherman went home to his wife in the tiny hut by the sea, and there they live to this very day.
Okay, so now let's test. I give it 5 stars. It was a good book. Now let's go back. Let's go to the test. We are going to use Matthew's username. Okay, so now that we're already using Matthew's username, we're going to test. So question 1 says, when the wife heard the story about the talking fish, what did she say? A, she would go down to the sea and call out the talking fish. B, she was tired of listening to the fisherman's fish tales. C, the fisherman still needed to catch a fish for their evening meal. Or D, the talking fish could give the fisherman anything he wanted. So let's think about it. What did the wife want? What did she keep asking for? She wanted things. So I would pick letter D. Question 2. The fisherman thought it was wrong to A, build a big boat. B, pick the flowers in the garden. C, make another wish. Or D, feed the wild animals. The wife, remember, she kept asking for a lot of things, a lot of wishes. So the fisherman thought it was wrong. So good job for picking letter C. The fisherman shook his head after his wife asked if A. He would like to be the king, B. He would weed the garden, C. The fish was really a prince, or D. The drums were making his head hurt. So let's see. The fisherman shook his head after his wife asked if... What happened here? Letter A. Good job. Question 4. When the wives asked the queen, she ordered the fisherman to A. Tell the fish she wanted to be the empress, B. Catch the fish and put it into a moat, C. Wash the fishy smell off his hands, or D. Move his fishing things out of the castle. What did she want to do? She was already the queen and she was asking for something else. What did she want to do? She wanted to be the empress. Good job. During the storm, what did the talking fish say to the fisherman? A. A princess was coming to rescue him. B. The fisherman had to make a wish for himself. C. The fisherman's wives asked for too much, or D. He was headed out the deep water. What did the fish say to the fisherman? Remember, during the storm. Letter C. The fisherman's wife asked for too much. So let's give it 4 stars. And 5 out of 5 correct. Good job doing the AR test.